Chess Kids, time for you to be a little detective. Do you notice something different about this chessboard than pretty much every other YouTube video? That's right, look to your left, à gauche. There is an eval bar, something that I know the kids love, but I tend to avoid. But today is going to be the 745th installment of Don't Trust the Eval Bar. Don't even trust FunMasterMike. Well, you should trust me for the next 4 minutes because I am going to show you why the Eval Bar is not always right. Now, I took this game, this endgame, from the recent match between Tani, Adewumi, and Alice Lee, two of our biggest ChessKid stars. Tani was white, and I want to say he is winning. He's got a 1.6 advantage. His rook is better than Alice's rook. His king is better, and most importantly, he has an extra pawn. That's right, FunMasterMike can count to 6. Now, Alice has been playing passive defense, and what I always teach kids is that if you're not sure about passive or active defense, choose active because you actually give your opponent something to worry about, and there's actually some chance they'll mess up. I mean, in this position, Alice could just, move her rook backward, and then the pawn would come forward. And actually, I'm going to play this out just a little bit, because once this pawn comes forward, in the next turn, white's just going to force the rooks off the board. Take. Alice will have a passed pawn way over here on the left side, and once she plays a move like h4, she'll have a passed pawn on the right side, and there's no way that black's king can deal with all of those passed pawns. So we need to go back to this position. Now, it says white is better by 1.6 pawns. And what does Alice do? She activates her rook. She abandons the hope of this c6 pawn being defended, and she plays rook h7. Look at that eval bar. Whoa. It almost doubled. It went to 2.8, then it backtracked a little bit. Thanks, eval bar, for messing up my doubling. But you can see here, the computer doesn't like Alice's move. I am here to tell you, though, it is the right move. How could Alice be playing a move that almost doubles her disadvantage and it be the right move? Because chess is played using practical chances. Only this move makes a threat. There is no other move on the chessboard, really, that made a serious threat. And now white suddenly has to worry about the rook taking, and then taking, and then taking, like hungry hippos. Do kids still play that game? No, kids are always online. Is there a online version of that game? Probably not. Okay, the point is, though, the eval bar is just not right here, okay? Because the eval bar is basically judging some sort of perfect play scenario. What I am telling you is only this move gives your opponent a chance to mess up. In this position, it's not even that obvious what the right move is. I believe white should just play b5, take this pawn, and get those puppies going, but I can totally understand why Tani was worried about this rook taking and the counterplay coming with these pawns. Now, it turns out Tani is faster, but that's really hard to figure out in a blitz chess match. Tani played the very reasonable move h4. Now it starts to come down, comes down a lot. And after takes, Tani gets in this move b5, but then after the move rook to h3, sure, he wins a pawn, he is still up a pawn. This is kind of a problem position, because if the king moves back to defend, Alice will check, and if the king moves here, Alice can either go here to win the pawn by force, or she could just go back, which is kind of like a draw offer. So what Tani ended up doing was sliding his rook over to f6, but then after rook takes e3, you can see Alice has 2 connected pass pawns, Tani has 2 connected pass pawns, and now, really, it is anyone's game. And in a mad time scramble, Alice even went on to win the game, although to be fair, both players had like less than 5 seconds. So, a couple of lessons here. Number 1, always choose active defense instead of passive, unless you get to some sort of super grandmaster level and you know about the exceptions. And number 2, the eval bar, while it does have a usefulness, it has a place in our training, you can't always trust it, especially in worse positions. Because in worse positions, there's no glory in playing perfect chess and losing in 30 more moves. There is glory in giving yourself a chance to make a comeback, and we just saw that in this game.